Clay, we're talking about this past year, and it all happened. I mean, it all happened really fast, like it's just a tornado ripping through. Are you almost at the point, or have you ever found yourself at a point where you go, you know what? I need 3 days.
I've said I need 3 years sometimes. I mean, I do.
But have you done it, though? Have you, said to your guys, look, give me just a day. Don't call me. I just want to go do something for me.
You know what? Sometimes they're the ones who do it. They're the ones who just say, you know what, take the time off. Because you're breaking down and you're killing us all.
Oh, God, what do you...
No, I mean, sometimes I get really jealous. And I have my friends who are teachers now. And, I mean, I really want to do that. I really want to go back and teach. And actually, I was talking to somebody from the management company just the other day, and she was like, you know what, let's try to figure out a way that you can go into a classroom or tutor somebody and you know, do what you want to do, because that's that's a calming thing for me.
Right.
And they're really good about trying to make sure that I keep sane, which is a tough job. There's one person to do that, and it's a full-time job to keep me sane. But you know, they have been pretty good about keeping. I've taken breaks a lot more often. Right when we got off the show, there was no time to take a break at all through the end of the tour. But
you haven't had any vacation time?
Oh, I know I have. Right when we got off the show.
Have you gone to a beach? Have you gone to a beach?
Been to the beach. I've been to the mountains. I took a few weeks. Took 2 weeks off of Christmas too. So they're pretty good about it.
Do you like to do any writing? Do you keep a journal? I mean,
no, I don't. Which would be a good thing.
Yeah,
that would be a good thing to do now with this year. But oops. Kind of too hard to catch up now. So
just make it up.
Your round of American Idol, did you guys have to do that, write your own song and perform it like these guys did?
We had to do something very similar. We had to do a lot easier job. We had a song. We had 5 songs, 5 lyric sheets, I think. That you know, it was all the lyrics were already written. We just had to write the tune to it. And they also actually, and what's so funny is they actually gave people the cards. You know, since it was such a short period of time, they didn't want people messing up with new lyrics that they had never heard, so they actually gave cue cards and held them down at the bottom.
That was
for
good.
For people to be able to, and people still messed up the words.
Still.
And they're right in front of you.
No, I'm sorry. I would soil my panties so fast if someone is. Look, Clay Aiken's here. We're going to take a break, 9:13, and we've got to play the new single in a second. A lot of phone calls. We have one Clay fan on the street, and we brought her up to say hi to you, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
We'll get into that in a second. Clay Aiken is on Z100. It is 9:13. Clay, have another donut.
I will. I'm getting something stuck in my throat here.
I know. Let's not lose Clay.
On this weird schedule you've had the past year, has your body changed? I mean, are you physically, are you gaining weight, losing weight? Are you becoming weaker, stronger?
I'm learning to sleep on 5 hours of sleep a night and less.
That will kill you, by the way.
And you know what? We were talking. Will it?
Yeah,
it's killing us.
It's like smoking cigarettes. It will take. Eventually, you will pay at the end. You're losing a day every once in a while. You're laughing. You're dying as we talk to you, and you're laughing.
Oh, horrible.
All right.
And also, you know, I was just thinking the other day. I think my stomach has shrunk, like literally, because I don't eat that much. And the other day we were shooting the video for The Way, and I was kind of hungry. It was like noon, and I was driving in. And I had a little tiny frozen dinner that I was eating, and I ate all of it. And then we got to the set, and I actually ate some food from catering, and then I ate on the plane. Which none of these meals were big,
right.
But for me to eat 3 times a day now is huge.
Right, it's like Thanksgiving.
It really is. I think yesterday. Yesterday, I don't think I had anything. They can't hear me out there, can they?
No.
Yeah, your peeps, they're not making sure that you're being fed?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I think yesterday we went out and ate at the Palm yesterday.
Oh, isn't that great?
Oh, that's nice.
It was good. But
are you rare, medium rare? What are you?
Medium well.
See, I like my little pink.
I don't want it mooing at me.
Yeah.
Come on.
But when you go to a fancy restaurant like that and you order it medium well, even well done, it's still bleeding.
Yes, it is, because the chef doesn't like it.
They don't want you to eat it that way. You're ruining their meat.
Then don't ask me what I want.
That's right.
You know what? Then why don't you open your mind and try it medium rare to rare?
Because it'll walk off the plate.
No, it won't. You're smarter than that. You know it's not going to. Why are we talking about your meat? Now, but I know, I'm just so curious about all the changes in your life this past year. And I'm wondering, what's this next year going to bring? Do you care? If you had a crystal ball, Clay, would you want to know, or do you like opening every day like it's a new room to walk into?
I wouldn't want to know what I did. I do. I don't like surprises, so I'd probably like to be prepared for. You know, I'd like to look at the card, like I did at the end of the show.
Right.
I'd like to see what's coming up. And you know, I think I like the surprise. I mean, I hope that next year I don't change any. Really, I mean, personally, I like to think that I'll be the same person still. But I would like to not have such a tiny stomach anymore.
Well, hang out with us for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Good God. Hey,
Do you still have, I know growing up you must have had the goal of being where you are now pretty much, but do you have other personal goals that you still are looking forward to, or is everything right there already?
Actually, I didn't have a goal to do this.
Really?
Really, I was going to be a teacher, and I kind of had that set in my mind. As I do this, I think that my goal really is to try to do something different. And I think I was talking about it with somebody yesterday that it's. I mean, not that because I don't have an opinion on the things that have happened in the past few weeks with some exposure of people and that type of stuff. No opinion at all. But I think that I want to be if I get cut from this career in a year, I hope that at least my goal is to at least be able to be remembered as somebody whose parents could let their kids watch and everybody could watch together and then and listen to and nobody had to be afraid that I was going to do something offensive.
But I think you do, and I think that's why so many you always say you have so many older fans as well as teens and stuff like that, and I think it's because it's something
They
you
can
can sit
trust you,
down,
yeah.
they can trust you, and they can sit down and they know they can watch you with their kids and it's going to be fine.
Well, and that's good. That's what I want to do. And so to answer your question, that's really my goal is to continue to do that. I don't think it's that hard. I think that some people start off on that path and then somehow veer away.
They
and
panic because they're afraid they're losing their popularity or they're
Yeah.
losing the
Well-
audience. I got to do something.
Yeah, well, you're right. Yeah, I think you're completely right. But to me, if I lose the audience because I have to, do something nasty in order to get the audience, then I don't want the audience. I mean,
I think that's a tough road to follow, but it's probably the right one, especially for you.
you're talking about, I'm sorry, you're talking about parents and their kids, this and that. We were talking earlier about what it must be like to have a kid. What the pressure must be like, to let them leave and go to school every day on their own, and you're not there to put blinders on them to make sure that they aren't watching, Janet Jackson's boobie popping out on TV or whatever, which is a total surprise to a lot of kids, I'm sure. Do you ever want to have kids ever? You teach them. That's one thing, but those are other people's kids.
I absolutely want children. I do. I miss my dog right now. My dog doesn't come to New York City.
What if a dog and a kid are a little different?
No, I'm saying I really miss my dog, and it's hard for me to leave my dog in L.A.
Right.
I absolutely want kids. I mean, that's part of. I think that might be why I started teaching and got into working with children. I love children. Goodness, that's a lot to worry about right now. Though.
Okay. I guess we're going way down the line.
I started getting bogged down with
Way
the
down
pressure
the road.
even here.
May we take a few calls?
Sure.